Okay, so I keep this in my photo album. So you go to myself, and I have my birthday down there with the time. These little slices that look like pies are the houses. So this is how you look at it on the picture. So you see this circle in the Scorpio is the circle with the dot in the middle. That's the sun. ASC is your rising or your ascendant. You see how it's at the very end of the Libra. And then you go in. So it starts the first house where the one is. You go in towards the center. But you see Pluto is the one with the circle. Looks like a man with his hands up or a woman with her hands up. And then the North Node is the little horseshoe thing over. Those are in the 12th house. I have the North Node in Libra and Pluto in Libra. But because they're behind the degrees for the ascendant. So how do I know about the degrees? My sun is in 22 degrees of Scorpio. Go down to the bottom here where it says ascendant is at 25 degrees of Libra. That zeros for minutes. And then you go up a little bit where it says North Node and Pluto. And North Node is at 13 degrees and Pluto is at 15 degrees. They're conjunct because they're close in degrees. They're only 2 degrees apart. So that's why when you go back to this picture, you see they're really close. You can't tell the degrees by counting the dots, but you can tell that they're close to the end or the middle. You can tell they're in the middle of the Libra house in 12th because I'm a Libra rising. But I have most of my Scorpio stuff in the first house too. Does that make sense? And like my moon is in Capricorn, I have Capricorn in the 3rd and the 2nd house. I mean the 3rd and the 4th house. The 3rd and the 4th house, right? Because I have Sagittarius mostly in the 2nd and the 3rd house. Because I had this ascendant that started at the end of the 12th house and was supposed to really start, mostly in the 1st house. What they'll do is whole charts, but because I have such a late degree, the degrees only go up to 29. So since I have my ascendant in 25 degrees, it's at the very end of every house. So all my signs are in 2 houses. So going to the Aquarius house, which I have nothing in. I don't have anything in Aquarius. Going back to my list, I have Scorpio, Capricorn, Sag, Scorpios, all the planets I have, but I have nothing in Aquarius. That still doesn't mean anything. I have Aquarius in the 4th and 5th house. I don't have nothing in Pisces either, or Aries. But I still have the houses. One more thing. What do the houses mean? Okay. So I have Aquarius in the 4th and 5th house, so everything is going to be changing for me like it was in Capricorn because I have Capricorn in part of the 4th house, most of the 4th house. My home has been changing. My family, the way I care for myself, definitely. My emotions have been changing. Me as a mother and my children have been changing. Me as a woman, I've been changing. Now I'm getting ready to go into my romantic affairs changing. So these are houses and their purposes. So maybe take a screenshot of that. I'm going to do a lesson on this today. Take a screenshot of your house. So like if you're an Aquarius rising, or even your sun in Aquarius, your sun being in wherever your Aquarius house is. So you need to find out, if you're whatever rising sign. Because like I have Scorpio sun, but Libra rising. So I have both of them in the 1st house. Rising is how you come across because it has to do with all the other ones. Rising sign starts the houses and tells you your life's purposes. So like really quick, for instance, I have Libra in the 1st house, but it's only a very small part of the 1st house. So I'm kind of a Scorpio rising too because I have mostly Scorpio in the 1st house. So either way, Scorpio is really intense. Libra is really chatty and communicative, but it's also about justice and balance and harmony. So once I have harmony with myself and I'm, passionate about my own appearance and self. Once I balance my body and the way I impress everyone, first impressions are about the house, first house, approaches to life. So, for instance, say if you are a Leo rising, right? A lot of the celebrities are Leo risings. As long as they keep their self up, their appearance up, their first impressions to everybody, their attitude. Leo is the sun. It's the ultimate energy of the whole universe. That's why most celebrities are Leo risings, or people that are Leo risings are very successful. And they are always like, the spotlight is always on them. People are always looking at them. Is their approach to life because they have Leo in the first house. Now, say you have Aquarius in the first house, which is the opposite sign of Leo, then your overall is to be an individual in society. An individual to self first, your first impression. Okay, so it says you saying you have Sun in Aquarius at the fourth house. So if your Aquarius is in the fourth house, that means Sagittarius is your third house. Capricorn is your second house. I'm sorry. Capricorn is your third house. Sagittarius is your second house. That means you're a Scorpio rising. That means that probably makes a lot of sense. If you're a Scorpio rising, why all this stuff is not bothering you that's happening. Like, if the world were to crumble, it wouldn't. A lot of Scorpio risings, just like Scorpio suns, their approach to life is fearless. It could be fearful too. Depends on what kind of Scorpio rising and how you use your first house. So you're a Scorpio rising, is that correct?